nerd family, to another one of our Oreo tasting videos. If you didn't see our 4th of July video, make sure you check it out. Today we're going to try cinnamon bun Oreos 4 ways. The first way, we're going to take a bite of them. The second way, we're going to twist them open. The third way, we're going to dunk them in milk. And then the fourth way, we're going to fry them in the air fryer.
So let's go ahead and jump in. So today we have the cinnamon bun Oreos. So if you saw our last video, we told you how we're not a huge fan of the chocolate flavored Oreos. So we definitely want to try these ones here. The cookie is a cinnamon flavored cookie. And then of course you have the cream. So we're really excited to try these ones out. So I'll give you guys a good shot. There's the cinnamon bun Oreos there. So we're going to put a couple in our tray here just to make things a little easier. Alright, so now that we got them in our tray, I'm just going to put these off to the side here. So the first way we're going to go ahead and try them is just regularly here. So we're just going to bite into it and see what it tastes like. So I definitely get a cinnamon taste. Definitely got that cinnamon going on in that cookie.
It almost reminds me of like a cinnamon graham cracker or like a Teddy Graham. It has that flavor to it, that cinnamony flavor.
It does kind of, now that you say Teddy Graham, it does sort of remind me of a Teddy Graham but with cream filling. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and twist them apart. So, got that nice clean break there. Cream on one side, nothing on the other. We're going to go ahead and eat that cream. I don't really know if the cream is any different flavor. I think it's just regular cream. Now let's see what the cookie tastes like by itself.
Still reminds me of that graham crackery cinnamon flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to try dunking it in some milk. So I'm going to pour some into each of our little Oreo cups.
Alright, so we each got some milk here. So, just like I stated last time, I like to just dunk it in there. It's like my Oreo tea. But you can't do it too much, it's got to be just right, otherwise the cookie's going to fall in. You got to get just the right consistency. Not bad. I think the milk actually makes it taste a little bit better.
I think it makes it even a little bit more cinnamony flavored. I like it. I like dunking it the best so far.
Alright, so we're going to move our milk off to the side here. So, we're now left with 4 cookies. So, what we're going to do is just like in our previous video, we're going to go ahead and use these here. We're going to batter up the Oreos. We're going to put 2 Oreos in here and then 2 just on the rack, just so we can see the difference. We didn't really get a good idea of which ones we liked better last time. We think we like these ones a little bit better because they're a little bit cleaner and they kind of cover the Oreos a little bit more. But we're just going to do them both ways again until we know which way we actually like better. So, grab our batter here. Alright, so we got our batter. Now, Megan can kind of tell you the process of the batter here.
It's just a standard Bisquick. I just made a smaller portion because it tells you how to make it for pancakes. Obviously, we didn't need to make 14 pancakes. So I made it just a little bit smaller, but I made it a little thicker. So use a little extra of the Bisquick. You don't want it too liquidy because you need to keep it on the Oreo.
So you can kind of see the consistency of it there. Just thick enough to coat those Oreos and hopefully make them nice and good here for us. So we're going to drop an Oreo in. We're going to kind of move the batter around to kind of coat that Oreo here. And the key is to not lose the Oreo.
So you can kind of see that in there. It's just sitting down there at the bottom. You want to make sure that it's covered on all sides.
Alright guys, so what we like to do is sort of preheat the air fryer. Don't know if it actually does anything for us or not, but our mentality of it is if we get it nice and hot in there, when we put these in, hopefully it'll start cooking them right away, so that way not too much of the batter leaks down for the ones that aren't in the baking trays there. So just our mentality, who knows if it actually does anything or not, but that's what we like to do. So we let it go for a few minutes before we start it. So we're just about ready to put them in. All right, and in they go. Now, it suggests on the air fryer for baking goods to put it at 360. Our air fryer goes from 320 to 400. There's a little spot in the middle, so that's kind of right where we put it. When I've researched how to deep fry the Oreos in an air fryer, there's not a lot of information out there, but last time when we did this, we did find out that we can set it for 5 minutes, check on it, set it for maybe another 5 minutes or so. Somewhere in there, maybe 7 or 8 minutes is probably where they are. You may do it at a couple minute intervals there if you want to get it a little bit darker, if you want to flip them, anything like that. We did see that last time they came out good, but they just weren't as crispy and whatever like you get at a actual deep fryer. We may never get that with this. Just because it's not a deep fryer, but we will kind of keep testing it to see if we can get them a little bit better. Now, we also currently choose not to do the powdered sugar on it, just to be a little bit healthier. We may get some powdered sugar at some point and dust it on there just to see if it does give it a little bit better aspect. But we're going to go ahead and set this for 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to check on them, and we'll let you guys know as soon as they come out. Alright guys, looks like they're about done. We've put them in a couple times here. I think this is it. So we're going to go ahead and take them out here. And please, if you're doing this, please be careful. They are hot. What I do like about these silicone things here is that it's a lot easier cleanup. When you put it just on the rack or the grate, whatever you want to call it, you do have to scrape at the bottom a little bit to get them to release. So this is definitely a lot easier cleanup, and they come out of the silicone very easily. What I don't like is that because the batter kind of sits in the bottom there, you end up with a very thick more of a cupcake kind of deal going on there. But that's okay. We will perfect it eventually. Alright, so I'm going to kind of just give you a quick side-by-side comparison here. So So this is what you get with the silicone sleeve there, and this is what you get when you put it just on the rack. So I like the look of this one better where it's just on the rack, but like I said, it's easier to clean up with the silicone sleeve there. We're going to go ahead and cut them in half, let them cool for a second here before we try them. So this is what the inside looks like of the one with the cupcake tin. And this is what the inside looks like of the other one. So I actually, like I said, I kind of all around like this one a little bit better. Just a little bit more of a hassle cleaning it up. But we're just going to let those cool for a few seconds there. We're going to get our milk ready. So we're going to go ahead and try the same one first. So we're going to try the cupcake tin version here. Break a couple little pieces off there that are falling apart.
Definitely has a healthier taste than the normal deep fried Oreo that you get at a fair or something, because the air fryer obviously doesn't use actual oils, so it's not greasy. It's more of a little bit more cakier, not as crunchy, but it still has a good flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. And I think I like these better than our 4th of July firework Oreos that we did, but I kind of knew that going into it, because I just don't like the whole chocolate Oreos very much. So these are a lot better. Now, I'm going to add a little extra to this video here. I want to see if I dunk this in milk, because I've never dunked a deep fried Oreo in milk before, so I'm going to see what happens here. I almost lost it. I almost dropped the whole thing in there. It's actually pretty good. Alright, so clear my palate here. Now we're going to go ahead. Now the flavor won't be any different, just going for kind of texture and thickness, things like that, but we're going to go ahead and try the one that was just on the rack here. I think you get a little bit more crunch to it, but I think that might just be because the bottom of it, the cookie kind of comes through a little bit since all the batter kind of drips down. So I think you get the bottom of the cookie that gives that little crunch, but I like it. I think there's a little bit less batter, which for me I think is better. Maybe you like more batter, but I think all around I think I like the one on the rack a lot better.
I think with the less batter, you get a little bit more of the actual cookie flavor. So in this case, you're getting more of that cinnamon flavor, because there's less of the batter to take away from it. So I think I agree, like the one without the little silicone holder, but I feel like you do lose some of the batter because it does go through the grate.
I agree. And now a little milk to wash it all down. Milk mustache. Alright guys, well that's going to go ahead and tie up this Oreo tasting video here for you.
Alright, we hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did making it. If you liked it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also share it on any of your social media platforms that you'd like. Make sure you leave all your comments in the comment section below. And you can subscribe over here for our future videos. You can also check out all of our old videos over here. And until next time, stay nerdy.